So Rambunctious Texas Style Blues by SRV, Stevie Ray Vaughan. My name is Michael John Robbinson. My son's name is John Michael. I named it after Ozzy. Yeah. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, September 23rd, 1955. In the backseat of a city bus, believe it or not. My mom couldn't make it to the hospital. And, my dad was at work and blah, blah. Boy, what a ride, huh? I started playing guitar when I was probably about maybe 7, 8, 9 years old or something like that. Some of my relatives were executive artists and repertoire people for RCA Records in the 50s and the 60s, and I had the opportunity to be around some pretty badass guitar players from the time I was a young kid. I picked right up on it. I became a lifelong guitar player. I can't do nothing else. I won't do nothing else. Boy, it's hard to make a long story short. How do you minimize 3 marriages, 4 penitentiary numbers, 6 bullet holes, and a lifetime of making a nuisance of yourself with a guitar in your hand into like a sentence. Amen. Expialidocious, right? Yeah. Or you could say, sex and drugs and rock and roll. No. Oh yeah, that sounds about more like it, really. That sounds about right. But anyway, I toured once I became a professional in my late teens, all through my 20s. I toured for like, I'm gonna say 13 straight years, playing nearly 300 nights a year during the years. But before that, I practiced, because I was hooked. And, I've always been attracted towards music. Like when I was a young boy, I saw the Beatles on TV, and I went, "Whoa, I think I can do that." And I had 2 uncles that were executives for RCA Records in the 50s and 60s, and I brushed shoulders with a lot of people from Nashville, a lot of great guitar players, and I was just I was astounded at watching them play, and I'd be like, wow, I always thought I could do better than that. And I worked at it real hard. I won a couple, I played by ear, just taking in whatever I could sponge up in my mind and get my fingers to do for maybe 15, 20 years. And then I entered a couple guitar competitions and won. Whoa. And then I went to music school. And then my repertoire and my diversity broadened, and I've traveled to another dimension as far as my playing goes. And but I never really actually hit big time. But however, I have brushed shoulders with tons and tons of big time entertainers. The folks at Yale, Aerosmith, Rod Stewart, Kansas, ZZ Top, Johnny Winter, and Rick Derringer, Edgar Winter's White Trash. I even toured the United States on a tour called the White Trash Tour. And, well, long story short, after about 12, 13 years of that, I kind of went, wow, am I tired? And then I started getting involved in relationships, which I'm not good at, except with one of these little babies right here. A relationship with one of these little babies right here is a heck of a lot of fun. But it's just like being married. It can bring an awful lot of pain too. Like, oh. Yeah, it's just like anything else. I'm more in touch with this, and now after a lifetime of playing, this is how I do my communicating. I'm not good with words. Can you imagine me walking up to a businessman and going, sir, can I ask you a couple questions? He'd probably take off running or hit me in the head with a baseball bat. But with this thing, my communication skills are more uplifting and broader, more plain. And with my mouth, I just have a hard time spilling it out. That's how it is. Can I talk about myself some more? Boy, I love talking about myself. This little thing is so cute. I just want to see my tattoos? No. I hope you people down in Malibu, what's Malibu like? Maybe can the camera tell me? What's it like in there? What's it like down there, boy? Huh?
It's a lot of beach.
A lot of beach? I'll be son of a beach. Son of a beach. Yeah, maybe me and Robert Downey Jr. can hook up and like party, bro. You know, like party. Yo, homeboy. Hey, let me talk about my guitars for a minute. Okay, this one right here is a 1979 Washburn X Series 660. Custom made, triple pickup, thin line body, heavyweight 27 fret, which no other guitar has. Guitar is really nice. I love this guitar. This thing, I use extra super heavy duty strings on it. Right now I got gauges 13 to 70 gauge on it. Oh my God, did you hear that? This is a really great guitar. This guitar over here, which is burning up in the sunlight.
He's having a laugh at you. Look at her.
I'm gonna take the diaper off for a minute. This guitar right here is an Ibanez. Maybe you may or may not have heard of a National Steel body guitar. This is not made of steel. This is made of mahogany. It's got resonators on it, and they vibrate and they act as sound thrusters to make the guitar a little bit more, carries the sound a little bit further and makes you sound like a damn hillbilly. We'll get to it a little bit more later. This is a great guitar. And then I got a whole bunch of other guitars, but I didn't really have time to. Maybe when we go inside in a little while, I'll show you a few of them. I got about 200 of them bitches in there. Look at them. Now this little guitar right here, I'll tell you what, Malibu, this thing is just cuter than a damn speckled pup, ain't it? Oh my God, look at that. 1977 vintage Fender Stratocaster with a Floyd Rose locking system, which to me is for little girls, but it serves its purpose on certain kinds of guitar playing, which I'll demonstrate here lickety-splitly. On me? Well, better keep it down. The hippies from San Luis Obispo are starting to show up. We better tone it down a little bit, huh? What's going on, brother, man? But anyway, you're welcome to come on over here and get your face in the camera. This thing loves me. Look at it. Oh my God, ain't the cutest little thing? It just makes me want to pet it. Where are we? No, I came to Morro Bay like about 3.5 years ago, and I was tired of something like that. Yeah. I was tired of traveling. Well, is that right? Is that close? Yeah.
I think you get.
Yeah. Well, the first day I was here, this dude named Oscar, he was a real cool dude. He brought me to meet Eddie, and he goes, "Go ahead and plug that Fender Stratocaster." And I went, "Are you joking me, right, bro? Bro. Hello, I'm a heavyweight. Look at them pythons. So I did and plugged it into a little Marshall stack, and oh my God, boy, they took a turnaround. So, after that was, I don't want to say downhill because with people like
Detroit
this,
Mike rocks.
they make it hard on you. Really, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? No, see what I'm saying? See, every time I try to do something, man, they gang up around me, man, and hang out and start drinking all the shit.
Stevie Ray, Mark.
Do Stevie Ray! Yeah. Okay, and without further ado,
Get down, brother.
introducing, ladies and gentlemen, universally recognized, world-renowned, without a doubt, the undefeated heavyweight guitar champion of the world. I'm sorry, honey. It's okay. Come on.
Best friend.
I'm making myself sick.
Welcome to Harry's Barber Bazaar. That's right, in the
He said-
we have for you.
Butch said Stevie Ray, so let's do it.
We have the three-headed big. We have inbred big-headed banjo pickers we brought in from all in Deliverance.
Well, my nickname's Toothless and Ruthless. This is Eddie's Central Coast Music, located on Morro Bay Boulevard in beautiful, lovely, sometimes bitchin' Morro Bay, California. 911, hello. See, you got freaks like this hanging out here. Look, zoom in on them, Look. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, these folks right here are some of Morro Bay's finest homeless creatures. She lost her mind, I know that for damn sure.
Bad, yeah.
You ladies look lovely this afternoon, or this morning. But anyway, Central Coast Music right here. These guys right here, I came to town a while back and they became my best friends. These guys are so cool. They can drink hot water and piss ice cubes. I shit you not. Yeah. No, it's the truth. They're really super, man. At times I'd be thinking, oh my God, I can't even go in there. They're gonna bitch at me and hate me and punch me out. No, they just over and over again just floored me with kindness and niceness and man you know, it's just, it floored me because I'm the type of dude I'm really not used to having really good friends, because I am just a poor black man from the big city, and oh my God, it's terrible. You got anything, baby? You got anything? You got anything? What you doing? What you doing? What up, dog? Okay, let's get to jamming, rocking. I figured it'd be about time to show you what a resonator guitar can do. This one is made out of wood. Some of them are made out of steel, like a National Steel body resonator guitar. Really loud, really deep down, bayou sounding guitar. This one sounds a little bit more hollow, but it does have a certain rasp to it that I really dig. It sounds black. You know, it sounds black. Beautiful guitar though. I'll do a couple little things on this little baby to let you know what it does. I was really anxious to show you what this little baby here can do. It's got the Rose tremolo system on it with the locking system and all that fancy stuff with the fine tuning pegs, which I really don't dig myself, but this thing sure is fun to play. And thanks once again to Central Coast Music, Butch over here, Eddie. These guys right here are super AAA top-notch players. They let me use this thing here today. I love this little baby. I'm just going to play around a little bit and do like a little Led Zeppelin medley. just can't quit playing this little damn thing. It is so cute.
Oh man, you should see him when he does love songs. Goodness. You should see him when he does love songs. He's a badass. It's pretty cool. Make you cry. Yeah. Really seriously, it will. It'll make you cry.
Robbie, what's going on, brother, man? because I seriously need somebody to love. Could it be anybody? I don't know, but I'm ready to find out. I'll get by with a little help from my You better tell me now, girl, because I want someone to love. It could be anybody. Hell no, it can't be just anybody, because I won't let go with no one else. And I ain't giving them no bullshit. I'll get by with a little help from my friend. Oh yeah, I'll get by with a little help from my friend. I'll get by with a little help from my friend.
This is an Astro Chambers. Such a bad Astro Chambers. All this mess.